Let's talk about it. All right, hello everybody, so glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about something that sounds really complicated, but I promise it's not. It's actually super fun. We're talking about palindromes. I know. Sounds like a fancy medical condition. Or maybe a stadium where they play a very confusing sport. We're headed to the palindrome to watch the game. See? But it's much simpler than that. A palindrome is just a word that reads the same forwards and backwards. A palindrome is just a phrase that reads the same forwards and backwards. A palindrome is just a number that reads the same forwards and backwards. A palindrome is just a whole sentence that reads the same forwards and backwards. That's it. It's like looking in a mirror. What you see is what you get, no matter which way you look at it. Imagine you write down a word on a piece of paper. Then you hold that paper up to a mirror. If the word in the mirror looks exactly the same as the word on your paper, you've got a palindrome. It's perfectly symmetrical. A little bit of word magic right in front of our eyes. So why do we even care? Why are palindromes so fascinating? I think it's because our brains love patterns. We are wired to look for order, symmetry in the world. It's satisfying, like perfectly lined up pillows on a couch, like finishing a puzzle. That last piece just clicks into place. So good. Palindromes give us that same little jolt. They take the chaos of language and turn it into perfect, beautiful order. It's a tiny little miracle in a word or sentence. They're plain fun, a secret code anyone can crack. Finding one is like an Easter egg in a movie or a video game. A little wink from the universe or the person who made the word. Language stops being a stuffy textbook and becomes a playground. Play with words, flip them, twist them, see what happens, and appreciate how they're built. All right, let's start with the basics. The easiest palindromes to spot and the ones you probably already know. These are the single-word palindromes. They're the pop stars of the palindrome world. Short. They're catchy. They're everywhere once you start looking. These are words where the letters themselves form a perfect mirror image. Let's look at some of the greatest hits. Mom, level. Another fantastic one is race car. Spell it out. R-A-C-E-C-A-R. Now flip it. R-A-C-E-C-A-R. It's identical. The poster child for palindromes. Another one I love is kayak. K-A-Y-A-K. Backwards, K-A-Y-A-K. It works. Madam, rotor, civic, refer. It's super simple. Step 1. Write the word down. Let's use noon. Step 2. Write the letters in reverse order. Step 3. Compare your two words, but still a great word. Now that we've mastered the single words, let's level up. Are you ready? Let's talk about sentence palindromes. This is where it gets really interesting. And a little bit wild. A sentence palindrome is a whole sentence that reads the same forwards and backwards. But here's the trick. You usually ignore all the punctuation, the capitalization, the spaces between words. One of the most famous examples of all time is this one. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. At first glance, it just looks like a regular, slightly odd sentence. But let's do the work. First, we get rid of the punctuation and the spaces. That gives us a man, a plan, canal, Panama. Now let's read that giant word backwards. It's exactly the same. Mind blown. Was it a car or a cat I saw? If we strip it down, we get wasita karora katasa. It's a perfect palindrome. Section 5. Not just for words. When numbers get in on the fun, oh no. Numbers want in on the action too. They're just as cool. A number palindrome is a number that reads the same forwards and backwards. The principle is the same as with words. Digits instead of letters. Simple examples are all around us. 101, 22, 343, or a big one like 8008. Read it backwards. It's still 8008. This happens a lot with dates, which is really cool. The year 2002 was a palindromic year. February 2nd, 2020, February 2nd, 2020 is a perfect palindrome. They called it Universal Palindrome Day. You can find these number palindromes on digital clocks all the time. Have you ever glanced at the clock and seen 1221, 505, 101? It's like the universe is giving you a little high five. Okay, so we've had full sentences, but there's a happy middle ground, and that's where phrase palindromes live. A classic example you might have heard is taco cat. It's just two words, but look what happens when you squish them together. Taco cat. Now read it from the back. T-A-C-O-C-A-T. It's perfect. Take Star Rats. It sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, right? Star Rats is a palindrome. Or how about Top Spot? That's a great one. It describes the best place to be, and the phrase itself is a top spot kind of palindrome. You can see how people have fun playing with these. Think about my gym, M-Y-G-Y-M. Backwards, it's the same. Or the slightly creepy Mr. Owl ate my metal worm. But the construction is just brilliant. You might be thinking, okay, Ellen, this is all fun, but it's just word games. But what if I told you that palindromes are hiding in plain sight, on maps and in your address book? That's right. They're not just in puzzles. They're real names of real people and real places. Let's start with people's names. This is so cool. The name Hannah is a palindrome. H-A-N-N-A-H. It works. So is Anna. A-N-N-A, Ava, A-V-A, Bob, B-O-B, Otto, O-T-T-O. Imagine being named Hannah. Your own name is a little piece of word magic. It's like having a secret superpower. And then there are the places. This is where it gets really fun for geography nerds. There's a town in Ireland called Navan, N-A-V-A-N. There's a place in Scotland called Glenelg, G-L-E-N-E-L-G. And get this, there's a swamp in South Carolina called the Wassamasaw Swamp, W-A-S-S-A-M-A-S-S-A-W. It's a long one, and it's 100% real. Can you imagine living in a town with a palindromic name? These names weren't necessarily chosen because they were palindromes. Most of them have historical or linguistic origins that have nothing to do with wordplay. The fact that they ended up being palindromic is a beautiful, amazing coincidence. You're not just looking at places, you're looking at the poetry of their names. By now, you're probably excited to go out and find some palindromes for yourself. You're ready for the hunt. But where do you start? How do you train your brain to spot these symmetrical wonders in your everyday life? It's easier than you think. I have a simple, step-by-step guide for you. Think of it as your official palindrome spotting kit. No special gear required, just your own amazing brain. First things first, slow down and actually look at words instead of just reading for meaning. Step 1, quick scan. Does the first letter match the last letter? Take the word level. Step 2, the two-finger trick. Put your left index finger on the first letter and your right index finger on the last letter. Move both fingers inward, one letter at a time. If every pair matches, you've bagged a palindrome. Step 3, remember rules for sentences and phrases. Flatten the phrase in your mind. It takes practice, but soon you'll spot complex palindromes everywhere. All right, we've been on quite a journey today. We learned that a palindrome is a word or phrase that's the same forwards and backwards. It's like a word doing a perfect cartwheel. We talked about why they're so cool. Our brains love the symmetry. They're like little puzzles. They're just wonderfully silly. We saw that they come in all flavors. Single words like kayak, full sentences like never odd, or even fun phrases like taco cat, even numbers like 1221 on a clock. This isn't just a game, it's part of our world. Palindromes in people's names. Hannah Bob in real places around the globe. Ireland, Scotland, South Carolina. Tiny pieces of art hiding in plain sight, waiting for a curious mind to notice them. I'm officially handing the magnifying glass over to you. The great palindrome hunt begins now. This is your challenge. Be a palindrome detective for the rest of the day, or even the rest of the week. Check the license plates on cars in front of you. Look at the brand names on the food in your pantry. You will be amazed at how often these little moments of symmetry pop up when you're actually looking for them. And more importantly, have fun with it. And also, be on the lookout for a race car. You never know.